Good afternoon. Welcome back to Kevin Toll Reads. I am Kevin, and we are here to have another one of those weird videos where I ask a question and we kind of talk about it, and hopefully, you all give me feedback and insight or correct me. I don't care. I've been known to be wrong a few times in my life. But, anyways, let's get started. I did a video a couple weeks ago where I talk about do ratings matter? Do book ratings matter? Etc. It got a lot of attention, a lot of feedback, a lot of engagement and comments and questions from you all, largely in part from the fact that Steve Donahue, who is a wonderful gentleman, has a great channel. You should check him out. Very entertaining, very insightful. He made mention and kind of played off my video and also shared his thoughts. And I thought it was really, really well. And a lot of his subscribers and his traffic from his channel came over to mine and also gave me a lot of great feedback. And so I'm doing another one of those videos. Steve probably will piggyback onto this, or he may maybe just have time to comment, and that would be great too. Steve's a great guy. But today, we're going to focus on, does quality writing matter? And I know what you're thinking, where you dropped on your head. And no, I'm not. And let's get into it, because that's very broad. And so I did some research. What is quality writing? What makes a book really good? What makes an author really good at his craft? And so through my research, I kind of came up with common themes, common areas of writing that seem to be predominantly attributed to quality. And these are the 5 things I've come up with. I'm sure there's 100 more. And you can really go down the rabbit hole in each one of these. And we're going to talk a little more in depth because, what's quality mean when it comes to writing, And so without going too far down the hole with Alice, let's dive right into what those 5 things are. So first, a strong opening, draws you in, makes you want to read more. That was one of the major ones. Secondly, compelling characters, someone to love, hate, relate to. 3, an absorbing story, something entertaining, something that you want to turn the pages to, that has a good climax, has a good conflict, has mystery or suspense. 4, sharp dialogue. We see through conversations the depth and personality of characters that you grow over the course of your read to enjoy. And 5th, unique style. You hear the voice and tone of the writer and the author, as well as sentence structure and readability. So when I was doing my research and looking at these 5 things, I really started questioning, okay, these all kind of make sense, but then I started thinking, well, not really. I mean, because then I kind of led myself to ask the question, does a book have to have all 5 of these to be good or great? Can a book have some of them and still be enjoyable, entertaining, and a recommendation to others? The simple answer and the common, sense answer is, well, yeah. But really, does it? Does it have to have those? And I'm really asking the question, not to create content, but I'm really interested in your thoughts here. So let me give you my opinion. When I look at these 5 things, and again, there's probably a plethora of other things that matter as well. When I look at these 5 things, in my opinion, a strong opening, number 1, I don't think matters. And I'm gonna explain. So it's nice to have a strong opening, this catch. You get it in music, a catchy tune, a hook, or whatever, and it draws you in and makes you want to, continue singing it. It's the same with the stories. Like when you read the first paragraph or the first page or whatever, it needs to draw you in. It needs to, grab your attention immediately. That's what they say. I don't agree. Let me give you an example. Slow burns, where you're setting up characters or setting up a world or setting up a sense of dread or a place or a setting, those don't really grab your attention. They can, but they don't traditionally always. Slow burns like this particular bad boy I'm reading. I'm about 200 pages into this, and it hasn't grabbed my attention, not from the first page or the first paragraph or the first chapter, but I'm still enjoying it. I'm enjoying kind of weeding my way through the forest and figuring out what these characters are about, maybe what the plot is, or what is the goal here of this adventure and this journey. I'm still weeding my way through that, and I'm enjoying it just as much as if it would have hooked me in the beginning. I would have been all in. So, in my opinion, number one, a strong opening is not completely necessary. Number five, a unique style. To me, that's not necessary either, because I think I'm enjoying a lot of authors that have varying styles of writing. Now, unique again is kind of like quality of writing. Unique can be very broad. But when I think differing voices and styles and prose, I mean, again, I read so many differing ones. I can't really say that Kevin Toll likes this style only. And so I don't think the uniqueness matters to me. Again, this is my opinion. But when you look at the likes of Guy Gavriel Kay, Janie Warts, Robin Hobb, all fantasy writers, it's very poetic. It's lyrical. It's very beautiful style of writing. When you go to Louis L'Amour, when you go to Brandon Sanderson, Lee Child, Jim Butcher, multiple genres, it's very matter of fact. It's very easy and accessible. When you go to Kent Follett or a Stephen King or a Jeffrey Archer, it can be somewhat descriptive. If you go to hard case crime books, Block, Ed McBain, Max Allan Collins, it could be boiled down, short, choppy, very distinct. And so, in my opinion, the style is really irrelevant. So, what I'm trying to say is, yes, there's these pillars, but not every book that's great has to have all of these things. If you do some of them well, I think you have a great story. I think in a minimum, if you have compelling characters, if you have a great story that's absorbing, if you have great dialogue, I think those things are must. And I think those are indicative of what I would characterize as good. Now, the whole purpose of this video is, again, to create a conversation. I'm interested in what you designate as your minimums, your musts when it comes to saying, hey, this is a great book. If you really stop and think about some of your favorites, what was it about that book that drew you in? Was it just the story? Was it just a certain character? And maybe you'll kind of see that it doesn't have to be a plethora of things to make it a great book, but it can make it still a very good book if it has a few of those things. So again, I just want to create a conversation, see if what your guys' feedback is. I hope you enjoy this, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.